Okay, so God from the room. Let's start by listening to it. And there are, okay.
I figure.
Just a moment, guys, okay? Okay, here it is.
Okay.
Mein Name ist Bella Brix Klein. Ich bin die Tochter von jüdischen Schreiber Yerachmiel Brix. Und meine Mama, Hinde Ette Wolf von der Heim, Irene Brix, hat
She's introducing herself.
heute Shabbos mit uns gesungen Gott von Avroam, wie sie hat mit ihrer Mama das gesungen in Transylvania. Ich gedenk, sie hat ein Weißtichel auf ihr Kopf. Sie hat sich, das heißt, sie gedeckt in meine Schwester und mich zugezeugen zu ihr und so zugetulliert, steindig, in Vinkl noch, hat man gesungen, so. Gott von Avrom, von Yitzchak und von Jakob, bei Hiden, bei Scherem, dein Liebvolk Israel, wegen deinem Leib, als der Liebe, Shabbos Kodesh geht weg, da siehst du Liebe Woche sonst kommen, zu Gesinn, zu Leben, zu Schulen, zu Panusse, zu Gedepsires Teuvis, in soll werden, wo Melech HaMashiach ben David soll kommen, des Jahr, kommen soll zuvor in seine scheine Juden, kommen soll zu reiten in seine scheine Zeiten, Elionove kommt in der Hose rein, bringt all das Gitz herein, Elionove geht von in der Hose raus, drückt all das Beis raus. Elionove kommt in der Hose rein, nimmt der Becher in der rechten Hand, macht der Bruch im ganzen Land, der Bruch soll heuch sein, wird uns alle sein. Tieren steht der Hoffen zu dir, Futter, ach, mein Schade, in siebten Himmel, Timmer alle hoffen. Tieren steht der Hoffen zu dir, Futter, ach, mein Schade, in siebten Himmel, Timmer alle hoffen. Tieren steht der Hoffen zu dir, Futter, ach, mein Schade, in siebten Himmel, Timmer alle hoffen. A gute Woche, a gebetschte Woche, a süße Woche, a schöne Woche, Amen.
Nice. Okay, so let's read the English. Janet, please.
Some years ago, we listened to the Klezmatic sing Shnirala Perla, and we learned that it was based on the prayer Gott von Avram. This was traditionally a women's prayer sung at the end of Shabbos. Itzhak Gottesman confirmed this source on his website, Yiddish Song of the Week, and he recorded Bella Brix Klein singing the version that her mother and grandmother had sung in Transylvania before the war.
Okay, thank you, Janet. So let's start with just a minute, Elaine.
Gott von Avram, von Yitzchak und von Jakob. Bahit und Bashirem, dein lieb Volk, Yisrael, wegen deinem Leib. God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, protect and preserve, shield us, your beloved people, Israel. Something about I know what vegan means, but it didn't make sense. Your beloved people, Israel, something about your praise, Dynam Lloyd, but I can't translate the end of that sentence.
Yeah, it's okay. Let it be for your praise.
So preserve us because of your praise.
And let it be. Vegan really means on account of, but this must be an old usage that I've never heard before. Vegan dynamlog, literally it means
like for the sake of?
For the sake of, right, on account of, and let it be to your praise.
Ah, okay, I got it.
It must be an old usage because I've never seen it used that way.
Okay, yeah, okay. As der lieber Shabbos Kodesh geht weg, die süße liebe Woche soll uns kommen. As the beloved holy Shabbos ends, goes away, the sweet beloved week should come to us. The sweet
That's
beloved,
good, yeah.
zu gesund und zu leben, zu Sholem, zu Mazel, zu Bracha, zu Parnasa, zu gute Besoris Toivis, for health and life and peace and good luck and blessing and Parnasa, earning a living, good news, for good news.
Good.
Amen. Amen. Oh,
Yeah, I just want to point out that I misspelled Brocha to Bruch, and I misspelled it a couple of more times. It should be no. Here it's right. Later
Here
on,
it's
I
right.
misspelled it. Right, but
Here it's right.
I just wanted to say, Segute Psiris Toivis. It's an interesting usage because she's got the Gute, which is Yiddish, and the Toivis, which is Hebrew. So it's good news, good twice.
Yeah, like really good news.
Really good news, right?
And then the printout, I have a little bit different. I've got Amen, 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 soll werden wahr.
Yeah, that comes later.
I
That's
don't know.
later.
It's on the printout.
Well,
I
don't know
printed-
Okay,
about
but
that.
that's later. That's
Yeah.
Okay.
okay.
Can I ask the last two words on the last sentence? Bashuris, tubus.
It's a sin. Besuris toivus. Good news.
So which one is which is
Tov.
good and which is news?
Besuris is news, and toivus it's a Yiddishized form of the Hebrew tov. Toivus, good. You say you've got good, gute, and then you've got toivus. It's doubly good news.
I see. Okay.
Okay. So let's continue.
Wait, don't we say
Okay.
Timir Toive?
Yeah,
Yeah, when you say-
Toive.
Do me
Yeah,
a
that's-
favor.
Do me a favor, right? But here it's just being used to, saying they're asking for next week to bring good news. Let's not have any bad news next week.
Okay. Bonnie, you think you can
I'll
do
try.
it?
Yeah.
Okay, try. If there will be a problem, Maurice will help out.
Sure.
Thank you, Adak. Amen, Amen. Soll werden vor.
Yeah.
So amen, amen, I don't know, blessing, blessing. I'm not sure what amen really means. Because I don't know what the literal meaning is of amen.
Right. Omen is I believe.
Amen.
Okay,
It's
okay.
a confirmed belief.
Yeah. And Suzal, is that to be?
It
Or to
should.
have?
It's
Oh, to-
Sizol. It should.
Okay.
It should become true. The word vor it's an old-fashioned word. Vor, it's Deutschmerisch. It means true. It should be true. All the
Okay.
things that they've asked for should become true.
Okay. Melech, Mashiach.
Okay, here is a
Mashiach.
problem. A Mashiach is not
Mashiach?
like this. Yeah, but the writing is not correct. A Mashiach is Yud Chet, not Chaf
Yud
Sofit.
Chet. Oh, I see. Okay.
Yud Chet. That's Emshech. Emshech is continuation.
Okay.
That's something else. Melech HaMashiach, yeah.
Ben Dud.
David.
David.
Oh, David. Is that David?
David.
Yes.
Yeah. Zal Kumen das Yar. Okay, so blessings. Oh, we already said that. Will be true. Melech I mean, again, I don't know the translation. I read it all the time, but
The Messiah.
okay, so Mashiach is the Messiah, but
Right.
what I'm not sure what Melech means.
The king,
King.
Messiah, the
Okay,
king.
king. Okay, so King David, Ben David, well, David of David.
No, it's the
No,
this
Melech,
is-
the
Okay. The king,
Mashiach
no.
of
The king
David.
Messiah,
Oh, from the line of David.
son
Right.
of David.
Okay,
Right.
okay. So I will come this year.
right.
Mhm.
Okay. Kommen soll zu fahren,
Right.
zu fahren in seine Shana Jordan. Okay, so it will come to foreign, come to be, to travel, to foreign, I don't know.
Okay. Bonnie, you read and Maurice will translate.
Okay. Maurice, can you translate that line?
Yeah, so kommen soll zuvor means if he comes riding in a wagon, if he comes riding in a cart, and then in seine Shine Jorn, it probably means he will bring good years, because in the song Schnere the Perle, it's Wellen sein Shine Jorn. This is in seine Shine Jorn. It probably just means he will bring good years.
Okay, but what were you saying about a wagon?
So foreign is to travel. So because
Okay.
it's a song that goes back at least to the 18th century. That's as far back as they've been able to trace it. So it means to travel in a cart or in a wagon, a horse-drawn wagon.
Yeah, so I thought it would be, yeah, foreign would be travel.
Right.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Kommen soll zu reisen,
Yeah, right.
zu reiten in seine Schäne, wait, Zeiven.
Zeiten.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. So
Zeiten.
Maurice, if you
Right.
can translate it from the beginning, okay?
Okay, so mein soll werden wahr. I believe it should become true. Messiah, the King, Son of David, should come this year. Kommen soll zuvor in seine Shane Jorn. If he comes riding in a cart, it'll be good years. Kommen soll zu reiten. If he comes riding on a horse or some other animal, or a donkey, it'll be beautiful, beautiful times, good times.
Okay. Thank you both. Now I see there are questions.
Yeah, I have a question. The Mashiach, how do we spell, how should it have been spelled?
Mem, Shin, Yud, and Chet.
Mem, Shin, Yud, and Chet, and it's not HaMashiach, it's
It
just.
is Hamashiach.
Mashiach. So there
Right.
is the
Hey,
Hey
Mem,
before the Mem.
Shin, Yud, Chet.
Got it, thank you.
Sure.
Okay. Susan?
I thought that the expression kommen zuvor can be used to mean to visit. And you don't come to stay. Er ist gekommen zuvor, he came to visit.
It's possible.
That's the way my mother used it. I remember her making a joke because if you're coming and you're foreign, it's not the same thing. And she would joke about it.
It's possible. I mean, it's an old song. So, what they meant in the 18th century, you can't be sure. And in fact, if you browse YouTube, which I do obsessively, you'll find many versions of this song with many variations. And so, this is how she sings it, and this is how she says her mom and her grandma sung it. but who's to say? I don't know what they had in mind.
There are many versions of Gott von Avrum because women could create their own prayer. That was the only time they could do that. And I have a whole book of it. I was trying to find it. That a variety of prayers that women were able to do for that service.
Right.
Yeah.
And those, the other thing is the song that we listened to a couple of years ago, Schniere le Perle, it's on YouTube. So if you want to hear something that's slightly different, you can look for Schniere le Perle, and you can see that it's basically the same outline, but there are small differences here and there.
Minute, can you send us? Oh, I think we do have the link for this. This was this past week. We have the link for that song.
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to send it
Okay.
to. Yeah, I have a young girlfriend whose mother speaks Yiddish, so I want to send it to her.
Sure.
Okay, sure. Beverly? You're
Yes,
muted.
it's believed that the Messiah, Mashiach, will come from the house of David. That's why it says that.
Right. That's what
Yeah,
when I
right.
translated it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's the way they believe it also.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
well,
yeah. I mean, we still believe it.
You can
Yes,
sing
yes,
the
yes,
song.
yes.
You
Yes.
can sing the song, but you don't
I
have
mean,
to believe it.
whether we believe it or
don't
not,
have
we
to.
still believe it.
Yeah. Well, like Maurice said, you don't have to. You
You
can.
don't have
but
to
you don't
believe.
have
No,
to.
it's
Yeah.
no.
You don't have
It's
to
not
believe it, but it's still part of our tradition.
Right. That's why we're listening to it. Right.
That's why
Exactly.
we are doing it.
Yeah.
Okay. Isabel, you're with us?
Alihu,
Isabel?
you can hear me, yeah?
Yes, we can hear you, and it's Eliyahu.
Eliyahu Hanavi kommt in unser Haus rein. Bringt er Autos. Gott rein. Gut rein. Okay.
Yes, good line.
I need help with translation.
Sure.
Okay, read everything and Maurice will
Yes.
translate.
Okay. Eliyahu Hanavi geht von unser Haus heraus. Trockt sorry.
Aldos.
Alsos. I've never seen that.
Let her do it.
Okay, alsos schlechts arois.
Mhm.
Alihu.
Eliyahu Hanovi.
Sorry, here we go. Eliyahu
Hanovi.
die kommt in unser Haus rein, nimmt dem Becher in seine rechte Hand.
Good. Now,
Wait.
Maurice, please.
Translate.
Okay, so it's Elijah the prophet comes into our house. He brings everything that's good inside. Elijah the prophet, when he leaves our house, he takes everything that's bad out of the house with him. Elijah the prophet comes into our house and he takes what do you call it? A goblet in his right hand.
Any questions?
Yes.
Yes, Lily?
What is Becher?
A
A
goblet.
goblet.
What?
A kos.
Gavia.
Gavia.
Kos is a glass, Maurice.
Okay.
Thank you
Becher
very
is
much.
Gavia.
It shows you the And it shows you the importance of using the right hand. You know, they
I
have
thought about that. Yeah.
lefties and the righties.
Well, yeah. I mean, and when you think about it, people who are left-handed, we always consider sort of odd. I mean,
I still do.
Why the
yeah.
word sinister
I mean,
comes from-
nothing is, nothing is sort of set up for the left-handed person. As far as writing desks and those sorts of things. So I mean, well, it's also the minority, but yeah,
Look
there is.
What do you
Look
want?
at the word.
It's why the word sinister comes from the Latin word.
Sinister and also gauche. In French, the word gauche. And what it has come to mean.
What does it mean?
Okay,
Oh, gauche.
just a
You
moment.
don't know what
Before we
gauche
move on, at least Marsha raised their hand. Yes, Marsha.
Oh.
Yes, lefties. My mother was a lefty. She was forced to learn how to write with a.
Yeah.
Mine too.
Yeah, Maurice. What? Oh, I'm sorry. You were sinister. What was the word that you were referring to?
It's from the Latin word for left.
Sinistra.
Sinistra, right.
Yeah.
Really? Oh my, that really.
So it has a history.
Yeah.
But today they have left-handed irons and left-handed refrigerators. They have a lot of things for lefties today. And most lefties are ambidextrous because they were forced to use the right hand a lot. Yeah, that's true.
Maurice, if you want to speak, you really have to shout here. Okay, let's continue, guys.
I think that was a chauvinist remark.
Let's continue. Barbara, please, Barbara. Where are you?
Okay, got it. Und macht der Woche über in ganzen Land. Die Woche soll hoch sein, soll über uns alle sein. So make a bracha over all of the land. The bracha should go high. Does that mean?
Should be loud.
Could be loud. Mm-hmm. It should go over all of us, go above all of us. Hier und teuer steht doch offen zu dir. The door and the gate are open to you. Foter al Rachamim Shaddai, and dear Father in heaven, the Father of mercy, Shaddai, another name for God. In Zibitin Himmel tun mir hoffen. In the seventh tier of heaven, or the seven heavens, give me hope. A gute Woche, a gesunde Woche. Pardon me? A healthy week. A good week, a healthy week.
Really good.
Gebenchte Woche, a blessed week. A süße Woche, a schöne Woche. Amen. A sweet week, a beautiful week. Amen.
Good. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Before we listen once again.
This is, they're showing the Havdalah.
Raise your hand, please.
Raise
Raise your hand.
No, with this, if you can, with this, it's helpful because I have other people also wanting to talk, like Elaine.
Did you just call on me? Yeah, I just wanted to point out that here's the other spelling mistake for bracha in the top line.
Yes,
it should be
yeah.
a hey, not a chet.
Be a hey, right.
Yes, you're right. And I saw that Maurice also raised his hand before, so Maurice, please.
Right. So I don't know if you noticed, but when we play the song again, you'll see that she sings those middle two lines. Futal Rachman Shaddai in Zibiten Himmel tun mir hoffen. She repeats that. She says it 3 times.
Mm.
So it's interesting. You know.
Also, she doesn't sing.
Yeah.
She doesn't sing it. She just,
She recites it. Yeah.
Recites it. Yes. Bonnie. Yes. Bonnie.
Oh, yeah. So they're showing the Havdalah candle. Is this, and I see it says have a good week. So is because you were saying it was a woman's prayer before, but it seems like it's the end of Shavua Tov. When you say Shavua Tov, at the end of the week, and Havdalah, is that specific?
Mm-hmm.
As far as I know, this was traditionally at the end of Shabbos.
Yeah.
And the women did that, and the men would do the Havdalah. In modern times, it depends which shul you go to. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I think it's very nice that the women had their own prayer, and maybe still have. So yeah, that's beautiful.
What is a Gebentenste?
Gebenchte. A blessed week.
What?
Blessed.
Benchen. No benchen.
Only Maurice.
A blessed week.
Oh, blessed week. Okay.
Yeah. שבוע מבורך, okay?
Okay.
Rafael, please.
Yeah, I would like to point out that in that line, Fater El Rachamim Shaddai, it's Hebrew. So when you switch to Hebrew, you got to switch to Hebrew. El is God, not Father. So Father.
But it says Pater.
Just a second. Nili, please.
Before El Rachamim, it says
Nili,
Nili, just a moment. He wants to say something. A moment, okay?
Okay.
So it says Fater, which is the Germanic, but also Yiddish word father. But El Rachamim means God of mercies.
Yes.
I also would like to agree that this was a woman's prayer at the end of Shabbos, introducing the new week. And there's even a theater song sung by Theodor Vinkl, Baba zog noch nicht Gott von Avram.
Yeah.
Which means I'm not ready for Shabbos to be over. Please do not recite this prayer yet.
Okay. So thank you. Before we continue, Barbara, I saw that you raised your hand.
I'm reacting to what Rafael just said. Thank you. And the 3 times that we invoke a line from this, Rafael, you said it introduces the new week. Well, in our services, don't we introduce the Torah service by reciting a line 3 times? And don't we 3 times recite other lines in the service? I'm just curious if there's a connection.
I don't think there's a connection here. There are on Yontif, not on Shabbos. We recite 3 times the Midas, the 13 attributes of God. But that's reciting something 3 times is kind of a mystical or a magical way of invoking something.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. So where was it? Cookie and then Elaine. Cookie?
I wanted to know what the word toyer means.
Gate.
I never heard that.
Gate. Teal and toyer. The doors and the gates are open to you.
Oh,
the toyer is a gate?
Gate.
Yes.
It's a gate. And also I wanted to say you almost brought a tear to my eye when you mentioned that song, because I always wanted Shabbos to go away because anything in the house. So I used to look up and see the 3 stars Mama was waiting for. And I said, Mama, I see 3 stars. She says, "They not nit, mein Kind," because my mother never wanted Shabbos to go away. That was her only day of rest. And I couldn't wait for it to go away. So when I heard that song that you just mentioned, it was Punk Faket. I wanted Shabbos to go away. Here the grandchild wants Shabbos to stay, and the bubby is letting it go.
I guess you weren't part of the working class in those days.
I started to cry when I heard that song because I remembered every Shabbos saying, "Mama, ich sehe 3 Sterne, noch nicht, mein Kind, noch nicht." Because her work started immediately. Yeah.
Okay. Elaine and then Bob. Elaine?
I wanted to comment on the business of repeating it 3 times. The Chabad people, and maybe other Hasidim, I don't know, when they sing Lecha Dodi on Erev Shabbat, they sing it 3 times through, the whole song, 3 times.
All the verses.
Okay. Bob?
Yeah, it sounded like she was like chanting this song, almost like a religious chant. and it's just so unusual to hear a woman.
Yeah.
Usually the sing. I mean, was that typical, Maurice? That
Well,
women?
it's a prayer. It's just we're just not used to hearing prayers in Yiddish.
Yeah.
It's a prayer. It's praying to God. It's asking God for a good week, for peace and panus and so on. It's if it were in Hebrew, it wouldn't sound so strange, but it's because it's in Yiddish and we're not used to it. It's a prayer.
Okay, Mariv?
Since medieval times, there is a book of Yiddish prayers for women, which has one of the longest, it's been in print, forever and ever. I forget the name, but
the Tzenerena,
which the women used because they weren't learning the Hebrew, but that enabled them to, gave them prayers and things to say, to use.
Okay, let's hear it once more and move on. Okay, so let's hear it.
Gott von Avrom, von Yitzchak und von Jakob, Bahiten, Basherem, dein Liebvolk Israel, wegen deinem Leib, als der Liebe, Shabbos Kodesh geht weg, dass sie so liebe Wachsons kommen, zu gesehen, zu leben, zu schulen, zu Panosse, zu gedipsires Teufels, in soll werden, wo Melech HaMashiach mit Duft soll kommen, des Jahr, kommen soll zuvor in seine scheine Juden, kommen soll zu reiten in seine scheine Zeiten, Elionovi kommt in der Hose rein, bringt all das Gitz rein, Elionovi geht von der Hose raus, drückt all das Speise raus. Elionovi kommt in die Hose rein, nimmt den Becher in der rechten Hand, macht der Bruch im ganzen Land, der Bruch soll hoch sein, wird uns alle sein. Tieren steht der Hoffen zu dir, Futter, Achmen, Schadeiden, siebten Himmel, Timir, alle Hoffen. Tieren steht der Hoffen zu dir, Futter, Achmen, Schadeiden, siebten Himmel, Timir, alle Hoffen. Tieren steht der Hoffen zu dir, Futter, Achmen, Schadeiden, siebten Himmel, Timir, alle Hoffen. A gute Woche, a gebenchte Woche, a süße Woche, a schöne Woche, Amen.
I don't hear anything.
I had to hold the audio to my ear, but she sang it as quickly as they daven the Hebrew.
As they got
so fast that you
okay,
can't.
I didn't hear it at all.
It's not a song, it's a blessing.
No, I didn't hear anything. I didn't
Oh,
hear
we did.
Okay, maybe the sound was
Right.
low.
Oh, it was good. Sound was good.
We have to find the klezmer. The klezmer people sing this song with music. The klezmer. I'll have to find it.
But
or Maurice, maybe you can. They're beautiful.
What is the name of the song in English?
It's not a song, it's a brocha.
I mean the prayer. I'm sorry, the prayer.
Right.
Maurice?
Let him talk, guys.
It's God of Abraham.
Okay.
Okay, one by one, otherwise we don't hear each another. Okay, guys. Before we move on to the story, any more comments, questions about the song, the prayer? Beverly, if you are talking, I cannot hear you.
No, I have to leave, that's all.
Okay, so bye.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Neely, you wanted to say something?
No, as you know, I'm not a religious person, but
okay, yeah,
I'm a proud Israeli and Jewish.
No problem.
But no religion.
To each his own.
Yes.
Each his own. Yeah. Okay, no problem. We are moving back to Brazil. Okay, guys? Let's move back to Brazil. And now to something completely different. Like what's their name?
Was Carmen Miranda Jewish?
I don't think so.
Brazil. Yeah, da, 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 da.
Oh, did I love her?
Just let me get to the point where we stopped and then I will enlarge it, okay?
Yes. Yeah, 180.
So, we are here. Wie ruft men Eier Verein?
Right.
Okay.
Oh, it's on page 180. Warum
No, here, we Roofman. I will mark it. We are here.
Oh, yes.
Okay, we are here.
What
Okay,
page is
guys?
it?
Sorry?
Huh?
Rochelle, can you start?
Oh, I marked one paragraph above. Warum
No, we read it. We read it.
Whatever.
So the guys is reaching Rio de Janeiro, and there is a committee of people waiting for him. And the committee is from a mutual aid society that is called Achiezer.
What page is it? What page?
180. 180. So they're waiting for him on the platform and receiving him. So, okay, Rochelle, can you start?
Yes. Wie ruft men Eier Verein? What is the name of your organization? Wir haben doch geschrieben, Ahi Izor, I don't know.
Achiezer.
Achiezer. Weil die erste Zeit hat man viel Bedarf stützen, die noch was gekommen. We had to support the ones that came before, that came over before.
No, at the beginning, at the erste Zeit, at the beginning, we had to support those who just was the Gor was rübergekommen.
Just came to us.
And
okay.
Achiezer means to help my brother.
Okay.
Helping my brother. That's Achiezer.
Okay. Nu hat man eingeschafft a jiddische Bibliothek. So we started a Jewish library. Und Bibliothek take nit euch Katovim. And a library, I don't know what Katovis is.
Not just for fun.
Oh, not just for fun. Die Bücher blanken Arois durch die gelesene Schreiben von die Bücher Schaffes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the word. Und blitzen mit die gildene, don't know the word.
Oisius.
Oh, oisius, oif die Rukenem. I can't translate that.
Okay, so the Bücher blanken Arois. The books are, what is blanken?
Sparkled. Ois blanken means to sparkle.
Okay, to sparkle.
Okay, I see that you prepared, Barbara, so can you translate it, please?
I'll try. I think I'm right. The book sparkled through the glass panes. Yeah,
yes.
Of the reading rooms, of the book rooms, and gleamed with the golden letters on the spines, on their spines. That's, but Raphael, please correct me.
Yes, Raphael.
Yeah, almost exact. A shafa is a bookshelf. So the bicher shafas are the book shelves.
Okay.
And Rukin is the same word for back, right?
Right.
Spine and back. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, go on.
Leben bekannt. Winken die Bücher. Wir haben sich gesehen in Warsche. Okay. Dort ist das Bücher. Excuse me?
Them. Dort in them.
In dem Bücherverlag zentral senden wir auf die Polizes gestanden für Joren. Wenn du bist ahin reingekommen. The construction of these sentences really gets me. Die gesehen in
Gleben bekannt.
Oh, Gleben bekannt. The familiar.
Okay, let's ask. Therefore, can you translate it?
Sure. Gleben, as I live and breathe. Bekannt, you seem to be familiar. The books wink at me. We saw each other in Warsaw, there in the Bücher Verlag Central, in the
Central Book.
Yeah, the Central Book Publishing House. We were standing on the bookshelves, Polizisser bookshelves, a year ago when you came there. That's what the books are saying to me, the author.
Yeah. Okay.
Taka Funyene Politins. Okay, now let me ask a question. Is that the same root as the word for board? Like a board of wood? A polcia?
It's a shelf.
It's a shelf or a bookshelf. I don't know any other word that has the same word. It looks Slavic to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe Luisa knows.
Yeah.
Luisa knows Polish. So
yeah, shafe is the equivalent of armoire. It's or what else do we call it in English for where you put sometimes
a closet.
Cupboard.
It's a closet, but of course it's an outside closet, not like a built-in closet that where you.
An armoire.
So it could be an armoire, and it could be something to put clothes, or it
wardrobe.
Wardrobe.
So I think that is referring to the bookshelves with doors that probably had glass doors or something like that, where you would have the shelves, but this refers to the actual piece of furniture, a standing piece of furniture, because shafe definitely is the place where you would put your clothes or anything else in the household or books, but it's a piece of furniture.
Okay. Okay. Like the old ones, you know, the big
Absolutely.
ones, the brown ones.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. Thank you, Luisa. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Taka von jener Polizist hat man uns von, nope, too far. You went too far. Von weite Länder. Okay, so.
No, weite Länder. Herabgenommen.
Oh, okay. Herabgenommen in Kastenes verpackt und aher sich kein Brasilia verfehlt. So they were packed, they were taken down and packed into boxes and brought to Brazil.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, thanks. Bob?
What is verfehlen?
Yeah.
Brought.
Brood.
Yeah. I thought it meant misdirected.
No. Verfehlt is to bring to a place.
Yeah, verfehlen does have that meaning, to lead astray.
To lead astray.
But here it just means taken away from their homes in Warsaw all the way to Brazil.
Yeah, okay. My mother always used to say a man wird verfehlen.
Right, to lead.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I was just looking, Politzis could be like bookcase, right? I mean,
that's
shelves.
Yeah,
shelves in a bookcase.
In a bookcase.
Yeah, I remember the word polza, meaning shelf, not necessarily for books, but I don't know
Yeah.
if I remember it correctly.
So I wonder, it's hard to see who's talking here. Are the books still talking? Was
The books are talking.
Is it the book? The books are talking.
Yeah.
Oh, was kommt hier min on azoi verwundert? So is it why? Is it
Yeah.
Oh, it
Yes.
is why. So
Yeah.
why do you look at us or look at me without so much astonishment? Why do you look at me without astonishment?
No, with such astonishment. With such astonishment.
With such
Azoi.
astonishment.
Azoi. Azoi.
Yeah, but isn't on without?
Yeah, but here it's on cooking.
Cooking.
On cooking is the verb. Yeah.
Oh, of course.
The word
Yeah,
was
thank you.
split.
Yeah, yeah. Why do you look at me with astonishment? Die Jeden kommen auf gucken auf mir und schweigen. Was guckt ihr mich on azoi? So the Jews, look at me and are silent. Why do they view me that way? Haha. Nimmt Yid und verblunget her. So haha, take a Jew and lose him here. He gets lost here.
Yeah.
Yeah, take a Jew and gets lost here. Ja, azoi blungen mir doch alle. Yeah, yes, we are all still lost.
Just a moment, Bob, sorry. Rafael, you want to correct the verblonget, yes?
No, I want to
correct.
correct.
Not blunget.
I want to correct the nemt. Nemt is the verb. The subject is a yid. A Jew takes and wanders over all the way to here. These are the books in surprise, seeing a Jewish face that they saw back in Warsaw here in Brazil. So a Jew takes himself and wanders all the way here.
Yeah, it's so interesting. It's just so difficult to get the who's speaking it about what to whom.
Okay, so before you continue, I see that Louisa also, you want to clarify?
Yeah, I just found from my Polish English dictionary exactly the quote. Even though my spelling in Polish, of course, is not good because I don't know how, but I found it. Shafa is the word. The declension is shafe, but shafa is wardrobe. And then one of the possibilities is na książki, which książki in Polish means for books. So this is like either a wardrobe or for books. Therefore, it's a bookcase. And then it says biurowa, office cabinet, and so forth. But it's always some kind of a typical piece of furniture with doors, and where you would put the books or dishes, whatever in the old days.
Oh, thank you, Louisa. Thank you. Go on, Bob.
Yeah, Zoe.
Yeah.
Zoe, blungen mir doch alle. Yeah, we're all lost. Azoi blunged. So Azoi blungendig, so lost. Hat sich ausgebeut der riesige Yiddische Yeshuv in North America. Was nicht? Haven't they built riskier? What is it?
Giant.
What is it?
I think it means giant, doesn't it?
Riesiger is wonderful, great, judge. Ariz is
wrong.
giant. Yeah.
It means,
But it means
means giant?
wonderful, great.
Is that what someone say giant?
I thought, but I could be wrong.
Gigantic, it's huge.
Huge,
They're
okay.
huge.
That's what I thought.
Okay. Yeah, they built for themselves a huge Yiddish community in North America. What? Not? I mean, haven't they done that?
Yeah.
Wie viel sind ihr da? Frag ich wieder. So, how many were sent there?
No. How many are you here?
How many? Oh, here, yeah. How many sind, okay, how many are you here? I ask again. Los sich euch, als einer kennt der anderen. I translate, I saw that as leaving aside,
Los sich euch, it turns out. It turns out. Yeah,
that,
it turns out
that one knows the others.
It's a small place, they know each other.
Und man macht mehr Chushben, and one makes a calculation or computes has been 2000 nefeshos zeren da pren, that there are 2000 up to 2000 people present here now.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. So yeah, Luisa, you want to say something?
I have a question, please.
Yeah.
On the reference to North America. Can we go over that sentence where it says yo, right?
Azoi blongen mir doch alle. So this way we are all, blongen is not always getting lost. It's kind of
wandering.
Wander. Yeah.
This is how we wind up. Would you say we finally wind up?
Yeah. And that's how the Riesiker Yiddish Yishuv in North America, and that's how the huge Jewish settlement or community in North America came to be. Okay?
Now I understand it, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes,
okay,
thank you.
Marsha, yes?
Toys and nefeshes, wouldn't that be 1,000 souls?
Yeah, but it's 2000.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
There is zwei before the 1000. Bis 2000.
2,000. But nefesh is a soul.
Yeah, people. It's all
Soul,
just
yeah.
people.
Soul, people, yes. Okay, thank you, Bob. And Susan, will you continue? Ich darf weiß. Hier, ich darf wissen mir.
Oh, when I'm looking for the place, one second. Oh, okay. Ich der wiss mir, als es ist voran noch a Verein Agudas Achim. I realize that there is also an organization called Agudas Achim, the group of brothers.
Agudas.
Agudas Achim, and what particular group is that?
It's a mutual aid group.
A mutual aid
group. Yeah.
Right. Helping your brothers, literally.
Yeah.
Noch a Verein and another organization, Tiferes Zion, Zion Forever.
No, Tiferet is how to translate
precious.
Tiferet.
So it means precious. No?
It's not only precious, it's something that you
value, cherish, glory of Zion.
Glory. That's
thank you. Glorious Zion. Und noch ein Verein von die ältere Frimmere, and another organization that's the old people and the very religious people. Noch der wiss ich mir, als Bigneva is jeder einziger euch a Mitglied. And I also find out that in the time of when they're fooling people,
stealthily or secretly.
Secretly. Here is it is secretly.
What is it?
Is it what?
Secretly.
Secretly, oh, silently, secretly, in jeder einziger of Mitglied, and everyone is also a member von sein gegnerischen Verein. Everybody is in his neighborhood. Would be?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it means here the Landsmannschaften.
Yes.
That is also a member of the group that comes from his
neighbors.
From his neighborhood, from where he was. Yeah, but
Says solidarität. What it all means is solidarity.
Yeah.
The
So just a moment.
Sahako is the
just a moment, Susan. Yeah, before yeah.
Now, I would understand Gegnerish as opposite. So there are these various Vereins, and there's Tiferes Sion and there's Agudas Achim. It says here, everyone secretly is also a member of the opposite organization, and that's what solidarity is.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so not neighborhood, but the opposite.
Which word was opposite?
It's Kegen, but here it's spelled
Yeah.
Oh,
Gegen.
against.
Yeah. Okay.
Isn't Punk verkehrt the opposite?
There are all sorts of ways of saying the same thing.
Oh.
Okay, so go on, Susan.
Der Sahako is alle Zennen vereinigt. What comes of all this, the ending is that everybody is joined together und alle nehmen führen und a bitteren Kampf, and they all together are fighting in a bitter fight zu verweisen for their ortiger Gesellschaft, to show for the local organization, as they seinen as the Yidden, as the Jews are the emissary Yidden, that each one wants to show that they are the true Jews. Und and then es wundert euch? Are you surprised? Eden sollen wollen beweisen vor der Eulam, vor der Welt, als sie sennen, es die Eden. Are you surprised that Jews want to show the world that they in particular are the Jews? Each one wants to show that their way is the way of being Jewish. That's how I understood it.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Susan. Yeah, Bob? You're muted.
Is Verein a Yiddish word? I couldn't find it in the Yiddish dictionary.
It is Yiddish, but it's from the German.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, it's interesting. I couldn't find it under almost any spelling in Weinbach.
And not here the iron. The problem is the iron.
No, I tried it every way I could find it. And like it's Verenica Staaten, and we know that, United States, I assume it's the same base
No,
there.
it has to be in the...
Well, the spelling of this Yiddish is very Deutschmerisch.
Yeah.
Deutschmerisch, yeah. Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, okay, I'm looking it up, but Luisa, yes?
Yeah, I wanted to say that my first my first thought when I saw, for example, Agudas Achim, there is here also in the United States the Sephardic Brotherhood. So it could be referring to a Sephardic organization there, because the Sephardic Jews were also very big in Brazil. And in addition to that, I wanted to comment that it is traditional among groups of immigrants to usually associate based on wherever they come from. That is a given. So that happened in the United States with the Ashkenazi, it happened Ashkenazi Jews, it happened with all the Sephardic Jews as well. Even in the Sephardic Jews in the Ottoman Empire, before they came, they associated always based on where they were all coming from in Spain. In the United States, they associated based on where they were coming on from the Ottoman Empire. And I would assume that something similar happened with the Ashkenazi Jews, and it's just a common thing that happens with all ethnic groups to associate.
It's the Landsmannschaften. That's what it was called in the,
When my parents lived in Florida, in a huge, probably 5,000 people community, they belonged to the Philadelphia Club. That's where they're from. And my grandfather used to, blessed memory, used to talk about his landsman from Zvinagrodka. And that's how we knew where he was from, because that was all he talked about. That was his community. They were so tight. Yeah.
I want to tell you something. The beginning in Israel, there were also Landsmannschaften, and that it was a tool for people to look for relatives after the Holocaust. So you went to those meetings looking for relatives, looking for friends, or looking for news about the relatives from the same place. So that's just wanted to add it.
Yeah,
Rochelle?
Yeah, they were mutual aid societies, but they also, I know they became burial societies, because my mother was from Lodge and my father was from Plunge, and they had to decide which organization they were going to join when they came here. So my father went out because his relatives were here and my mother's were in Israel. So the Plunge Society was what I grew up in.
Yeah.
We considered it an intermarriage when a Ashkenazi married a Sephardic.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, there are stories about it.
Yeah. And my son used to go to his Sephardic friends on Pesach because he was able to eat all the foods we weren't allowed to eat on Pesach.
Okay, let's go on. Rafael, will you continue? Vergesst nicht. Right.
Yes, this is a difficult paragraph.
That's why, I choose the reader according to the paragraph.
Right, so vergesst nicht. That's the easy part. Do not forget, as in Brazilian, that in Brazil, wie in alle zidliche Länder, like in all of the zidliche countries. Now, zidlich looks like it means cursed.
No.
What is zidlich?
Southern.
Oh, southern.
German.
Thank you.
Oh, that makes a big difference.
Thank you very much. That helps. So, like in all the southern countries, there's also another kind of Jews. An Eulam von unser Gas, a group of people from our street. Von ergens entlaufen geworden, having run away from somewhere. Von ergens sich herausgegangen wird, having stolen themselves away from somewhere. Und imitzen beschwindelt, having swindled somebody. Imitzen begazelt, having robbed someone. Und die Räub mit sich zugenommen, and having brought along the robbery with them, with themselves as they came. Imitzens Unschuld, I would say Schuld, beräubt, having robbed someone's innocence. Und mit sich lebendige Korbanos genommen, and having taken with themselves live victims. und still und rasch da in die tropische Länder sich eingewurzelt, and silently and without any commotion, having settled themselves or rooted themselves into these tropical countries. So I think what he's saying is not everyone who came was just escaping pogrom, and some of them were thieves, were robbers, and this is why they came.
Criminals.
The criminals, yeah. Toishvim zenen zeda. They are
Citizens.
yeah, thank you, citizens here.
Jewish criminal?
Of course, especially in South America. Mit unser jung Fleisch und Blut handeln sie da. And here they, as their merchandise, it is our young bodies and blood. In other words,
So
these
maybe they're referring to the prostitute.
Yes.
Absolutely, yes.
Yes.
Sounds like it.
In Brazil and in Argentina, that was a big part of the settlement.
Yeah.
And we will see it in the story that we will read about Brazil. There is also reference to it. So go on, Rafael.
Yeah, can I just say in Argentina, the tango was considered too seductive and the young women weren't allowed to dance it. So the men would go down to the wharf and they would dance with the prostitutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The men also danced with the men.
Yes, yes.
Okay, go on, Rafael.
But you don't talk about
what?
Wer is then bekoyach to gain and forschen? Who then has the strength to go and to research? Wenn sie haben sich aher arriba gekliben, when it was that they moved over that they came over here. Eins nor is sicher, but one thing is certain, as the erste unglückliche, that the first unfortunate people was seien mit 25 Jahren zurückgekommen in Brazil, who came 25 years before to Brazil mit der Schiff Ambria, on the ship Ambria von Liverpool, da zu werden Erdarbeiter in order to become here agricultural workers, seien von Verzweiflung zu jener Leid in die Orms reingefallen. Because of their Verzweiflung, it's not doubt, it's discouragement.
Despair?
Yeah, despair is good.
Despair.
Because of their despair, they came into the hands of those folk. Und später bei die Unglückliche, die Tächter euch herausgenäht. And later, they seduced also the
daughters.
Yeah, the daughters of these unfortunates.
Okay, another sentence.
It's their Schatzmen. Now,
Are they talking about religious Jewish people?
No.
These are the criminals.
Wait, no.
It's
just
first the
criminals.
agricultural workers and then the criminals. Okay, it's their Schatzmen. Now one reckons, as in Rio Janeiro allein, sollen sich gefinnen, that in Rio de Janeiro itself, there might be found bis 4,000 Yiddische öffentliche Freien. There are around 4,000 Jewish open women, öffentliche, public women.
Public, yeah.
Public women. That's, I guess, a polite way of saying prostitutes.
Prostitute, yes. Okay, thank you, Rafael. Marsha, yes?
The criminals could be religious too, and the prostitutes were forced into prostitution. So what's their fault? They still could be religious.
They could be fooled into, they were fooled. They thought they were coming to make a shidduch.
Well, they were sold. They were religious Jews went to Europe and convinced the parents they gave the parents money, bring the daughters to America, they'll have a good life, and they were captured. And it wasn't until one of them escaped. I mean, it went on for years until someone in the public found out about it. So they were living in a very restricted area. It was terrible.
Luisa?
Yeah, Refoil, a question to you. On the last line of the previous page, when you started, when you were reading, Veris der Bekoach zu gehen un
Portion.
What is that?
Portion is to do research.
Research. Portion is research.
Mi parasha, lefaresh.
No, it's not Hebrew.
It's not
It's a
Hebrew.
Germanic word.
It's
But it
German.
means, yeah.
Can you highlight that again?
You really, portion, research, you really need to know German in order to understand what is writing. If you know German, it's easier, a lot easier, believe me. So,
but which word was it?
Portion. I will just here. Portion. This one. This one. You see
Portion.
Yeah. Okay. So let's continue, Karen. Just a moment. I will go to the place where we are on seinen. Karen, you see it?
Yes. Sie seinen es bis jetzt gewinn die öffentliche Meinung. I'm not quite sure, and they were up until now, they were the public meaning. I'm not sure what that sentence means.
Me neither, just a moment.
Meinung.
Meaning
Meinung is meaning. Someone else?
Like explanation or symbol?
I mean,
or?
they're still, up until now, they are still public. They are still
Meinung is opinion.
Yeah, and öffentliche is what we say.
Open, right?
Okay, let's go on. Yeah.
Okay. Sie rufen sich a viele Russos. I think they're even called Russians. Aber alle wissen, as das men Juden, but everybody knows that this means that they're Jewish. Sie haben das lang verpestet und es ist a Schande gewesen, sich anzurufen mit dem Namen Jid bis der letzter Zeit. They have in this country, they have infected this country, and it was a shame to give them the name of a Jew up until recently. Die ganze Schmutz, was hat sich herabgesetzt in der Tief von dem jiddischen finsteren Gollesleben, hat sich da in die südlichen Landen aufgesammelt. Okay, the whole filth that was set down in the deep Yiddish darkness of the exile life was here in the southern lands gathered.
What is a Robgesetz? A Robgesetz, is it like pressed down?
Settle down.
To press down anyone? Maurice, Refoil, a Robgesetz?
Sure, that's fine.
Yeah.
Maybe maybe accumulated.
Right.
Accumulate.
And
so now all the filth is coming up. Now all the filth is coming up.
It's all gathered together.
Gathered, yeah. Okay. So before continuing, I see Luisa, yeah.
Yeah, the in Argentina they usually called the Jews the Rusos as well, because the first Jews that arrived were Russian Jews. So by extension, all Jews to this day, when they use it in a very derogatory way, they talk about los Rusos. And the Sephardic Jews are called Los Turcos, because they came from Turkey.
Okay,
So,
that's interesting. Good, thanks.
To this day.
Michelle?
Gola slaving may be better translated as the diaspora.
Diaspora, yeah. Life in the diaspora, yeah. Okay, so Karen, can you continue?
Yes. Azoi reden die angekommener mit Tränen in die Augen. So said the newcomers with tears in their eyes. Der Kampf der Grech amol bis zu der Presse. The struggle or the arguments reached sometimes the newspapers, the press. Aber Presse, die ortige ist euch mehr neute, excuse me,
that's okay.
Neuter noch zu geben. But however, the press, the local press, was also more inclined
good.
to give in or be persuaded, as das Yiddischer Volk gesteht von freien Handler, that they were inclined, to persuaded that the Jewish people were the prostitute handlers, were part of the Jewish people.
Yes.
Simon, as blois in Brasilien allein, hat dem jiddischer Volk so viel junge jiddischer Töchter zugestellt. A sign as only in Brazil itself were the Jewish people delivering so many Jewish girls, Jewish daughters.
Good, thank you, Karen. Maurice, will you continue? Get us over the page.
In Rio de Janeiro habe ich verbracht die Teufenzeit. I spent the high holidays in Rio de Janeiro. Und sehr scharf hat sich gespürt zwischen uns Jiden, die Bänkschaft, kein Russland. And longing for Russia was strongly felt among our Jews. Die Milchome in Europa hat schon dann gehalten in rechten Flagge und über dem jüdischen Bäum in Russland hat schon die Hack geplantet und stark hat sich gespürt der Wette zwischen der jüdischen Ede in Brasilien. So the war in Europe was already it was already faltering, and on the Jewish free in Russia, already the Hak. I'm not sure. Hak is an axe.
X.
Yeah.
Could it be on the right front?
No, it means, the Russian Revolution was already beginning.
Oh, I see. You could feel the pain among the Jews, the Jewish community here in Brazil. In land hat geherrscht a crisis. There was a crisis ruling the land. Adank friedike civis, thanks to earlier conditions, und was zu lieb der Milchome hat sich der Krisis noch viel verstärkt, and because and which got even worse because of the war. Schreibt nicht in Zeitung, don't write in the newspaper, as Brazilian is a schlecht Land. Don't write that it's a bad country. Bet mir a Yiddische intelligent, a Jewish intellectual begs me, don't write that Brazil is a bad country. It says it's the Blois a schlechte Zeit. It's just times are bad now. Obersland is a Thailand, but the country is a dear country for Yidden, for Jews. Wir bedarfen doch noch umkommen zu neue Länder. We still have to arrive in come to new countries. Das Land is good. The land is good as far Yidden loint ahin zuvor, that it's worthwhile for Jews to travel there. Pinkt wie es loint die Engländer und die Deutschen, just as it's worth it for English Jews and Germans. I get
okay, just
else
a moment. I just want two
Yeah.
sentences. Von was machen ein Leben die 2000er Yiddischen Nefoshes von unseren Eden? So he's asking them what they're making, from what they're making a living. And they are answering, die meiste peddlen derweile. Most of them are in the meanwhile peddlers. Schon a bescherte Sach. So it's already bescher. Also is doch gewesen in North America euch. That's how it was also in North America. I wanted to read these two sentences because, you know, we are doing Brazil and then we will do South Africa and then we will do story about Australia. And in all of them, we will see that in the meanwhile, they're peddling. That's what they're making a living of.
Okay.
So I think we should stop here and we should stop with this and okay, so
good.
Next week, guys, it's Hanukkah. So we will do a children's story by Levin Kipnis. And Maurice, can I send the song because it's also a Hanukkah song? Is it okay with you?
Yes, of course, sure.
Okay, so it's another song. It's a song that that Levin Kipnis didn't write, but he translated it into Hebrew. So I wanted to keep the Levin Kipnis line. After the Hanukkah lesson, in 2 weeks, we will read a story about Brazil by a Brazilian women writer. So we will read a story. Her name is Rosa Palantnik. Yeah. So that, yeah. So we will still be in Brazil in 2 weeks, but we will read a story. And the next week, guys, I will probably won't be here, but there will be a class. There will be a class. I will, Steve, yes, I will bring you a note. I will bring you a note. Okay, so join. It's a Hanukkah celebration.
I don't want to have to give you. I don't want to have to give you detention.
Yes, I may be able. I have an appointment at 10 o'clock. I may be able to be here at 11. I'm not sure, but still, you know, be here. Hanukkah celebration. Now, Marsha and then Louisa. Marsha.
Yes, I just wanted to make an announcement. I'm also making a Hanukkah celebration on Sunday at 11:30. If you could come, I'd appreciate it. We'll do Hanukkah songs, and it should be a lot of fun. So please come, 11:30 on Sunday.
Thank you.
Sending out the
You should
invitation.
send the address.
I will send one special to you, Neely. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I
Okay,
can
so
help you. You want me to
yeah.
cook something? But I'm not kosher.
We're all in the same boat.
Not kosher.
Alle seinen Jeden und mit alle darf kommen zusammen und freilich soll sein.
Okay, so I want another announcement. In the class, in the San Francisco class, Fishel's class, that is for after us in about an hour, there will be a talk from someone that his specialty is anthropology in Brazil.
Oh.
So if you have time, if you are interested, I'm not sure that it's Jewish anthropology, but probably yes, because you know it's also a Jew. It's about Yiddish, everything about Yiddish in that class. So if you are interested in the official class in 1 hour from now, okay?
Thank you,
Louisa.
Yeah, my question is, what the last 2 lines that you read, where were they? Were they from the story?
Oh, yeah, they were from here. I just, no, the lacti. I just,
we skipped it.
I just skipped a couple of lines because I just wanted to, to read about the peddlers, the Jews were peddlers, because the story that I'm preparing from South Africa, it's the same. And also the story that I'm preparing, I think, about Australia is also the same, so.
Yeah, they were Cuentenic, they used to call them in Argentina, a Cuentenic.
Yeah.
The Jews were all Cuentenics at the beginning. That's the word.
How do you call it?
In Argentina, they used to call them a Cuentenic. Don't ask me why. But that was the word for the peddlers, the Jews that were itinerant peddlers everywhere.
Yeah. Well, that was, a way of starting to make a living. Yeah.
Right. The same thing happened with, for example, in Peru, I think, because I read a story about a Peruvian son of a Jewish immigrant, and he talks about his father being also a peddler, an itinerant peddler. So they would go from place to place, much like they, of course, did in the United States. So it was the beginning way of surviving, I'm sure.
Yeah. But one of our members who said, I think he was from Peru, and his father, when he got off the ship, he wound up in the wrong country. They gave him a piece of cloth to sell.
Right.
And then he became very successful.
Right.
So,
Morty. Right.
Yeah, I couldn't remember his name.
Yeah, Morty.
Okay, folks, a good Woche. A good
Woche. And happy Hanukkah. Yeah. Barbara,
Yeah, can I ask a couple of vocabulary questions?
Yes.
This is on page 182. It's the last paragraph. Maurice was reading, and there's 2 words, rechten flocker, and I didn't catch the meaning there. I was wondering if that could be explained. The Mechome.
I have to check.
Okay.
I have to check in the yeah.
Okay, I could do. We
Because
could do it.
Because I'm doing so many things at the same time, so sometimes I don't catch it. So
okay.
Yeah, I have the feeling that we would have to look it up, and I said it before, and I think Maurice said no, but it says the Milchome in Europe hochoin
Dan gehalten in rechten flocker.
Yeah,
I don't
it
understand.
says flare, flame.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Flames, but rechten flame, flocker. I don't understand.
Blaze, a blaze.
Okay.
So it could mean that it was something like in full swing or something.
In full swing, in full blaze. It was.
Okay, rechten means full. Okay, thank you. And one other word is the next sentence. It's geplantert. So it's the word geplantert.
So the X was already raised, something like this. The X was raised.
Well, that's the problem, because when I looked it up, I got the meaning tangled in the dictionary.
Yeah,
and it
it's
didn't make any
tangled. The
sense.
plantert is tangled, but here it's kind of the X was already raised.
Okay, thank you very much.
Ah, the axe.
Yeah, the X. Ak is a X.
Yeah, I got
so
that.
it refers to the symbol of the Russian Revolution?
Of the Russian Revolution, yeah.
Ah, got it.
It's the symbol
Thank
of
you.
the communists. So that
The symbol of the communists.
So
Yeah.
the communists were in power or in full swing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So that's it. So
thank you.
Okay, guys. Chag Sameach, Happy Hanukkah. And
all the same.
Enjoy next week for the celebration. I will send everything, okay?
Okay, thank you for all your hard work.
Thank you. Thank you.
Appreciate you, Nina. Mina.
Bye, bye,
Excellent.
Daniel. I don't call on you to read because I know that you it's still difficult for you to read, yes?
And I appreciate that. Also, I'm not retired, so I've got to do stuff during the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
You're working.
I'll get there. I'll get there. But like, I try to follow around, but like, it's it's a struggle. With the dyslexia, the letters become mixed up. It's tough.
Mixed up, yeah. Especially when you don't know the letter so well, yeah.
But then I can speak German, makes it so much easier. And I didn't realize so many people had issues there. The Deutsch, it makes it.
Yeah.
That's like halfway to learning Yiddish right there.
Yeah. It's easier. I know. It's easier for me. Yeah, well, it was easier even before I knew German, but yeah. It's
Naturally. I'm not even from a recent Jewish background, so like most of the stuff's pretty foreign. But for that reason, I just picked it up.
Good. It's good that you join us. I'm really glad. I'm really glad that you joined us.
I am super pleased. By the way, you'll be amused. I actually mentioned you when this little group when I was doing my applications recently, because I'm like, hey, anything that's relevant to your work at all. I do history and language studies. So you know what? Yeah. I visit the weekly Yiddish Vinkl in Houston. That's so cool.
That's wonderful.
I thought that's really neat. All right. Well, y'all have a wonderful day. Oh, and Mina, I wanted to ask you a question if that's okay. So I'm still looking to put together that class on Jewish contributions to the left and socialism and whatnot. I was wondering if there were any books you could recommend, specifically on like the Bund.
Okay, I will send you a recommendation of some. Give me a day or two, I'll send you. Okay.
You're good. It's no rush in the slightest. We've got other programs going on. Actually,
no problem. I'll send you some.
Yeah, for our last class of the week of the year, we're reading Albert Einstein's Why Socialism in the monthly review. So really excited for that. All right, you have a great day.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you all. Marie, thank you for the backup always. Okay, and you will have more work next week. So
That goes on.
Bye.